I want to start this video by saying that if you want to know about the recent allegations, you should read the document by Liz Buggy and read all of the accounts from other alleged victims. While we might touch on one or two of the allegations, this is not a video that will go in depth about any of them, and I recommend you do your own research. I've linked all of the documents and tweetlongers below, and I will also put on the screen all of the Twitter handles where you can find this information. Finally, I want to say that I do stand with Liz and all of the victims. With the recent allegations against a popular Minecraft YouTuber, I've heard a lot of people say that this has, quote, ruined their childhood, or that it's hard to accept the recent allegations since they consider this person to be a childhood hero. And while I can understand and empathize with that sentiment, to some degree, I think it's more that as we grow up and into adulthood, our perspectives on a lot of things shift. When we grow up and become adults, we remember that these creators are humans. Humans who can make mistakes, and humans who are capable of doing horrible things. In this video, I want to discuss how looking back at our childhood heroes with our adult lenses on can reveal what was potentially in front of us this whole time. And I want to talk about how the internet contributes to the dehumanization of creators, which feeds into stan culture, parasocial relationships, and masks harmful behaviors of our favorite creators. As kids, watching your favorite Minecraft YouTuber, you don't think that they're going to use their YouTube money on alcohol, drugs, and partying. You don't think they're going to use their fame and power to bully other creators or solicit fans for inappropriate photos. When I watched NostalgiaCraft, I was shocked, but also not shocked at all, to learn about all the partying that they did. I was only shocked that I didn't notice that as a kid. It finally made sense. Of course Team Crafted threw parties, bought drugs and alcohol. I bet the money was burning a hole in their pockets. The internet has contributed to the dehumanization of creators in many ways. The internet trains us to put our best self forward. The internet can be a place where you shed your ties to the real world. On the internet, you can be anyone. You don't have to be held to your real-life reputation. Instagram is a place where you're bombarded by the aesthetic, perfect snapshots of other people's lives. The internet also gives you the autonomy and power to control how others see you. I think this is a very powerful tool, but one that allows us to fabricate having perfect lives. And especially at the level of having millions of followers, I think that makes it much worse as well. But as an audience member, viewing a perfectly curated aesthetic and personality causes us to be blinded by the fact that these creators are humans. Humans capable of making mistakes, and humans capable of deliberately doing harmful things. I think the dehumanization of creators through perfectly curated content, aesthetic, and personality, as well as a dash of parasocial relationships, contributes to the formation of stan culture. Creators are the object of stan's fascination because they seem to be perfect. It seems like they can do no wrong, and their power and influence is desirable. Stans are known for believing anything their idol tells them, as well as coming to the defense of their creator when anyone implies that they made a mistake or harmed someone. They are known to exhibit this defensive behavior as well as dogpile, and go so far as to commit internet crimes against those who disagree with their idol. I believe that stans unfortunately can't see when their creator does something wrong because they don't see their creator as a human who can make mistakes or deliberately harm people. I think the perfectly curated personalities and the notion that creators never make any mistakes contributes to the formation of stan culture. I'm not trying to say that stans don't know how to think critically. I just think it's sad that they will solely operate off of information that they're given and don't often seek out the other side. They find it hard to believe that their creator could do any wrong because it doesn't fit the narrative that their creator has laid out for them. Additionally, with the parasocial aspect of the conversation, the audience feels like they know these creators. The audience feels like they're friends with these creators. And you never want to feel like your friend would do something wrong. I also think being a child enables people to act this way. Again, I'm not calling stans children, but I think children have stan behavior. As a child, you can't necessarily understand topics like abuse, drug use, or harming someone if you've not been exposed to those issues. So, what does this look like in terms of Team Crafted? Many of the individual Team Crafted members' videos stayed strictly to the topic. Rarely did the creators share details of their personal lives. Of course, there is one outlier here with the arguably most popular Minecraft YouTuber in 2013, who frequently shared that they were struggling with their mental health issues. Oftentimes, they shared all of these successes and benefits of their new YouTube career. They rarely shared their mental health issues, the burnout, the strain on their relationships. In the case of Sunday, he didn't share his mental health issues or the strain on his marriage until it almost came crashing down on him. But for many, we don't learn about these issues until years later, through interviews or if other people expose the issues on their own pages. Team Crafted had a chokehold on many people's childhoods. Up until recently, thought that these creators were perfect, and I guess naively thought that they weren't capable of deliberately harming people. When you become an adult and you learn things about your favorite childhood creators, you can experience what I would refer to as like post-childhood betrayal. I've seen this range from creators shifting their content to Fortnite to the recent allegations. I am not trying to compare a YouTuber making Fortnite content to the serious accusations. I'm just trying to say that I've seen the post-childhood betrayal disappointment range between the two. I've seen post-childhood behavior in my comment section. Seeing people comment things such as, X-creator's a sellout for only making Among Us videos now. And it kind of seems like when these individuals have grown up, they've expected these creators to continue making the same kind of content that they made when you were younger. I understand that creators oftentimes need to follow the money, make videos on trending topics or games. They have to make videos on the games that are getting views. In addition, as an adult, it's important to realize that for many of these creators, you have grown out of their target demographic. Their videos are no longer for you. And I'm sure if you looked back at some of the videos that they posted when you were younger, those videos are cringe. But I do think it's natural and normal to look back on your favorite childhood YouTuber and feel disappointed that they switched to Among Us, Roblox, and Fortnite content. In addition, I think people want to look back fondly. People miss the point in time in which they were watching Team Crafted. It was a time when the audience themselves had less responsibility, less things to worry about. It was a time when they had the privilege to turn a blind eye if allegations like these came out, because they weren't equipped to understand it. So to see Team Crafted stripped of their 2013 glory and success, to learn that they're making cringy content, to learn about horrific actions that they've done, it makes it difficult to feel that nostalgia. It makes it difficult to look back fondly. Liz Bucky shared that she was hesitant to share her story against this popular Minecraft YouTuber because she was afraid of ruining people's childhood. And while I understand what kind of position she was in, I'd rather have my childhood ruined. I want my childhood perceptions ripped away if these creators are committing crimes and treating people horribly. It's hard to say what the conclusion to this video is, because it's hard to say what the solutions are. I think that children are more likely to continue to follow blindly until they grow up or encounter a situation that changes that for them. Looking back, I might have also believed everything that my favorite creators said when I was younger. I and many others were very naive as children. I think encouraging younger people to think critically, to listen to multiple sides, and not blindly follow creators is key. I also think that learning empathy is incredibly important, because you still have people my age who are seeing these allegations and saying that they don't care. I think it's very problematic for people to say, even if this is true, I don't care, because you should care that people are being harmed. I think that's such an insensitive thing to say, and I have seen people say that regarding this situation, and it's just really messed up. For creators, I think it's important to share when you make mistakes. Your first instinct shouldn't be trying to scrub it from the internet. It should be taking accountability and learning and growing from your mistakes. I don't think creators should feel as if their feed needs to be perfect and show only the best side of themselves. It is helpful to see mistakes. It's helpful to see the less perfect parts, because for creators, even though they have millions of people following them, it makes them more human, because no human is perfect. That being said, bad people are still going to continue to be bad with more money and a larger audience. They will continue to lie. Even if they show you one mistake, it might not be the whole mistake. They still could be lying when they take accountability. But if their actions are constantly excused and they never have to take accountability, I think that only grows with the more money and audience that they accumulate. I encourage victims and bystanders to speak up. I know it's hard for victims to speak up about what they've been through, and that they'll come forward when they feel it's safe to do so. I don't think there is a time limit on that. But in situations like what's recently come out, I see a lot of bystanders. I see a lot of people willing to excuse bullying, harassment, and not willing to put people in check. That being said, the other side to that, because, there's more than two sides to every story, I understand that a lot of these people were scared and felt like their careers were on the line if they spoke out. Like I said, stan culture. If your creator says to go attack another creator, they will. While it's easy to say bystanders should speak up, I can understand why they didn't speak up earlier. The conclusion is also that growing up in a way does suck, but unfortunately we need to face the real world. I can cling on to my childhood and how those were the glory days, but it doesn't change the fact that these creators are humans who are capable of making mistakes, and humans who are capable of deliberately hurting people. I want to thank you all for the success of my TikTok account so far in the last 14 days. It's been a whirlwind. I encourage you to subscribe, to hit the like button if you liked this video, and get excited for new content that I have coming out soon.